Un abrazo, me tiro.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
¡Ahora sí! Another ending. Es que creo que hay infinitos. Vale.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
¿Cuántas veces puedo hacer clic en cuál?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Lo toco todo, ¿eh?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits.
Voy a hacer este logro, a ver. Esto de 50 por lo menos, ¿eh?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Cueste lo que cueste. Venga, vamos a hacer este logro.
20 clicks into door number 417.
Vale. 417, 20 clics. La 417 está aquí. Vale.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Me va a marear un montón, ¿eh? 437. Esa estaba aquí.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415.
415.
Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
La madre que lo parió. 415. O sea, de aquí no podemos salir. 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
437. ¿Y la 416 dónde está? Porque me la pidió antes.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Vale.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Vale. Puerta 416. Aquí no está. 416, 416, 416. ¿Cuál es la 416? 416. No la tengo aquí a mano, ¿eh? 416. ¿Aquí no está? ¿Cuál es? 416. Es que no está aquí la 416. ¿Será por lo que... ¿Será esta de New Content? 415 aquí. No hay 416. Qué raro. Vamos por acá. ¡Aquí!
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Qué raro esa, ¿no? Let's go. Fotocopiadora.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes!
¡Let's go! ¡Tengo
We did it!
logro!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
5 veces dice, tío.
You earned it, Stanley.
5
Nothing
veces
could hold you
dice.
back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think,
Joder.
only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Vale, ya está. ¿A la qué? Venga, vamos a la New Content. Mira el lista de logros. Ahora lo miramos, ahora lo miramos. A ver, no hate Mondays. Vamos a la New Content a ver qué hay. Nuevo contenido. ¿What? ¿Dónde me lleva?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a
Eso que me he
video
enterado,
game
que
released
es
in
de 2013.
2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
Ahí
a
está.
reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Nice. El que estamos jugando ahora.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
¿Cómo mola esto, eh?
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Si es que aún no me sé todo de lo de Stanley Parable normal.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
Vamos a ver.
but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Está guay que el mismo juego te anuncie cosas de nuevas, ¿sabes?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Vamos a ver. Nuevo contenido, el salto circular, jump
All right.
circle. Ah, no, es aquí.
All right, let's see it.
El círculo de salto.
The jump circle?
Ok. ¡Vamos a saltar! Hasta ahora no podía. No entiendo esto, ¿por qué? Ah, la mierda, que son saltos restantes. Espérate. Vamos a ver. Yo pensaba que esto es como un tutorial, pues eso estaba haciendo. Me cago en la mar, pero ya lo voy a hacer todos, lo que quise, ¿sabes? Si no repetimos. Sí, qué raro. Si me tengo que pulsar clic derecho e izquierdo, me pongo a andar para adelante.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Okay.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content. ¿Ya está?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
¿Se ha movido?
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
¿Ya está?
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
No, tengo que aprovechar los saltos, creo yo,
Say, friend?
No. Me está obligando. ¡Ah, mira, este sitio! Vale, no estoy en la oficina como tal. Aparezco aquí. ¿Nani? Oh.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
¿Me voy para allá o paso? Vamos para allá, venga, va.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh,
Just our little secret. Take a look.
una entrada épica. A un mundo en plan como Skyrim. Okay. Ah, no, mira.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life
Por la
whenever
cara.
I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see,
mira.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Zona dulce. Me cerran las puertas. ¿Por qué no puedo abrir esa puerta? No olvides de Stanley Parable. O sea, es como idolatando el juego. Esta era la caja de verdad. No me lo puedo creer. Esto es mentira. First Edition. Parece la tipografía del disco, de The Last of Us. Un achievable. It is impossible to get. O sea, ¿en serio? ¿Este logro es imposible tenerlo? Voy a hacerle captura. O sea, a lo mejor para un casual consigo eso, Go outside, don't play it for 5 years. O sea, ¿no juegues durante 5 años? ¿Me da un logro? Sí, no juego el juego durante 5 años. ¿En serio? Bueno, imagino que alguna vez lo tendré. Si es que de aquí a 5 años no me muero. Mira las nominaciones. New the game released today. En New York Times. Esto es mentira, ¿no? Porque todos los días salen juegos nuevos. Qué juego más troll, tío. Little Stanley. Pequeño Stanley. Un hámster. En memoria del hámster. Esto.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
Como mola,
10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable
mola,
strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New content. En realidad es un ascensor, es verdad, Está guapo, Eso me recuerda al meme de Obama dándose una medalla a sí mismo. Está guay. A ver, es curioso, tío. La verdad que lo he tenido muy guardado durante mucho tiempo. Y cuando ha salido el Ultra Deluxe, venga, me lo he pillado, a ver. Mantenimiento de la zona de la memoria. The Original. Los botones. Person of the Year. Es Stanley, imagino, porque se ve como la ciudad de Stanley, pero está borrosa. Mira, el final nunca es. Nunca hay final. Mira, Stanley ahí, trabajando. No me cierres la puerta. No me cierres la puerta.
Here's another moving passage, this time from
Joder.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
¿Ya está? O sea, el DLC Ultra Deluxe es meterme aquí. ¿Puedo abrir? Habitación seria. ¿Cómo puedo meterme aquí? No puedo, no tengo los saltos. A lo mejor, si no hubiese gastado los saltos del principio, podría haber entrado aquí.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Ahora se me ha abierto esta puerta.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
¿What? Estoy fuera de...
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Steam Reviews de hace 200.000 millones. ¡Ojo! Una review que no recomienda. Gente que sí que recomienda, pero a ver, la review no recomendable.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Está todo guapo, tío. Me estoy pasando muy bien, la verdad. Ah, ¿aquí se puede meter? Y encima se ha puesto todo lluvioso. Otra crítica, otra más.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let
En realidad, Protas es el locutor, ¿eh? Sin él, este juego no podía ser igual de guapo. El narrador, quiere decir, el locutor, bueno, sí. Por la cara, el DLC es aquí, tío. Por la cara estamos aquí.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Ah, podemos tener el botón de omitir. ¡Ahí está!
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I...
Hecho, le he dado.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh.
That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Cállate.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a
Una
week.
semana, mira, mira las
2
plantas.
weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
Escucho reloj,
And you
eh.
think that that's just how it's always
Aquí
been,
detrás.
right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Ah, pues no.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close.
Cállate.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for
Un
an
año.
entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of mist.
Ya se ha muerto. Escucho un ruido ahí raro. Ah. ¿Alarma de incendios? ¿La de humos?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their
Todavía
pitiful
con las
demands. But
reseñas
then
negativas.
He's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people. Because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements are...
Está todo el día hablando, tío. Está todo el día hablando.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Escucho agua ahí.
End is never the end, is never the end.
Es un bucle esto, ¿eh?
Is never the end, is never.
¡Agua! ¡Agua! Tú verás. What? What? ¿Puedo salir? Estoy acelerando el tiempo. Como tal no puedo, no tengo saltos. Sigamos. ¡Ah, qué guapo! ¡Qué bonito! ¡Qué bonito! Sigamos avanzando el tiempo. Ah, ¿otra vez? La música, ¿eh? ¡Oh, está torcido! ¡Podemos salir! ¿No? Estoy en un... Y ya no puedo dar más a este botón. ¿Dónde estoy? ¿Y para dónde me voy yo ahora? Estoy en el NEM. Voy a seguir recto. Por aquí. ¿A dónde me lleva? ¡Ojo! Gracias por ver este episodio de Estadio Parabol. Recordad que todos los episodios están en el canal de DELUXE y podéis verlos cuando queráis. Muchas gracias por apoyar este contenido y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.